Let's talk about JavaScript arrays. Have you ever wondered or wanted to store a list of values in JavaScript? So arrays can help you with that. An array is an order collection of values that can store different data type. It can be string, numbers, or even other data arrays. Let's say we have the way we create an array is const, let's say fruits array is equal to. The way we define an empty array is just with the angle bracket. This is an empty array. So what if I say console.log fruits? It doesn't bring anything, but it's an empty array, zero length. If I put something in here, let's say grapes, so print grapes, we added 1 and the index to 0. Let's add more fruit and see how. Now the length is 4 and started with 0 and ends with 3. You can also say array is a special variable which can store or hold more than one value. These are all values. This is the simple way of creating an array. You can create an array like this as well. Constant cars, okay, is equal to empty array, and then you can add cars index 0. You're adding is equal to BMW. Okay, say console. See the result. See BMW. This is the first array, and this is cars array. Added 2 more car elements. Let's see the results. And you can also create with it by using new array. Like this. Yeah, it has to be capital A. That's what it says. Array is not defined. We have to define an array. So if I want to print just a banana, so I can say index of 2. This is the index of 2. I want to print just the banana. Here it is. Can I have numbers in it? Let's say I want 55 in it. And let's print all of them. Yeah, you can have. It can hold anything inside. Any data type value. There are a couple of properties array. I can say length. To find the length of an array, it's 5, right? Or I can sort. So it's not sorted. Let's see how it sorts. Alphabetical order. You can loop through the array using for loop, or you can use for each. Okay, let's see the sample with for loop. I have for loop, let I 0 and I less than fruit length I++. I'm just using UL and LI tags to print the array on web page of console. This is how it looks. Let's talk about join method. So join method joins an array of elements into a string. So this is just printing the array on the screen, right? We are not joining it. So to join, we can use root.join, and you can say dash. This will join all these array elements into just one string. This just behaves like a toString, but in addition, you can specify separators. That's it. I can say anything in here. Say space. So there are like other inbuilt methods like push and pop. So if I want to add an element or remove an element to an array, we can use push and pop methods. Popping is you are just popping an item out of an array, and meaning you are removing an item from an array. Pushing is just adding an item into an array. Let's look at pop. Let's say we do fruits pop method. So this basically removes last element from an array, and we should be seeing these ones. First 3. The last one is removed. What happened if I want to push, say push, and it adds an element to an array at the end. So I can say mango. See mango on the end of an array. So I want to remove first element instead of last element. So what I can do is I can say fruits dot shift. This basically removes the first array element and shift all other elements to lower index. So we have 5 elements in this array. We have to get rid of grapes. So suppose I need to add new element to an array at the beginning. So what I can do is unshift. So instead of push, I can do unshift. I can remove that one for now. So let's say mango is added at the beginning of an array. Or you can do indexing, using indexing. You can do this as well. It just replaces the first element. You can merge 2 arrays. Okay. Suppose I'm just changing values here to show you how to merge. Just making some small changes. And I can say concat, and I say fruit 1. So this will concatenate both. This is a first array and the second array. You can pass any number of array to concatenate. Items, list of items array, string array. So I can say fruit 2. I can have one more array, and I can say fruits 2. That I can do. Okay. We have splice. By using splice, you can add new item to an array. Suppose I want mango to the third position. So the way I do it is put splice, and it takes parameter, which position, 2, and 0 is how many elements should be removed. Here, next parameter, delete. And then I can say mango. Okay, I can add a number of items here, but I'm using only 1 for now. To the third element, we can slice as well. Remove element from given position. Slice and the position 1, I would say. So we need to put it in constant result equals, then let's say do the results, removes, and we have a dot to string as well. Method dot to string. Automatically converts an array to a comma separated string, and you have max mini methods in array. We can sort array list by using sort method, which basically sorts an array alphabetically. Let's say we have this fruit dot sort. So now this is not sorted. Let's see what happens. It's sorted alphabetically. So we can call reverse as well, reverse method. We can say fruits dot reverse, and this will be sorted in reverse order. There are few array iteration methods like for each, map, filter, reduce. So we can take a look at these one by one. So let's get rid of these two and then say fruits dot for each. It takes 3 arguments. It would be like function value, index, and array. Then this requires, this is how it takes. So instead of writing all this together here, we can create this outside of it and give a name, my function, and then write code here and pass this to for each. Let's say we have let str fruits is equal to an empty string. Okay, and this we're gonna say str fruits plus equals value, and we print this str here in the browser. Let's see how it works. It's printing all these ones. So I can add a break tag That's how things work with for each. Let's talk about array map method, which basically creates a new array by transforming or applying a function on each element of an array and returns a new array with transformed elements. Let's take this example. We have fruit array, right? So we have all fruits in small letters. So what if I want to capitalize first character of this array? I can use map function and transform this array and get a new array, which is basically a transformed array with a capital first letter of each array element. So to do that, let's say constant capitalized array is equal to, we need to use fruits map takes function, which is basically a for callback function, and say a fruit, then this will return fruit dot character at 0 first element dot to upper, and then we have to slice first number, right? Once this is done, we have to print. So the result will be first character of each element will be capitalized. See that? That's how you use map. Basically, we took an array and we formed a new array with this transformed, and we are printing it. So the original array is still there. We did not modify the original array. Okay, let's say we can compare original and print that original here to compare. See, it's still there, but we created a new array with transformed element. Let me get rid of this. I'll get rid of this. I'll create a const numbers. That will be easy to deal with. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my new number array, and we can print number here. So let's talk about filter. What are filters? Filter method in JavaScript array. The filters are same like map, but they create a new array. Here we have a condition. So the element that passes certain test or condition, that will be a part of new array. Or I can say the JavaScript array that is used to create new array using filters. Or I can say the filter method in JavaScript array is used to create a new array with all elements that passes certain condition specified in the callback function. Let's say we have this number array and we have to use filters for this number. So the way we use it, let's say constant, we need to get a even numbers array. Even number is equal to numbers dot filter. It's like a function callback, and then we pass parameter number, and then we return a new array. Return number percentage 2. Okay, let's print this one. Even number. See, we have 2 elements. The filter function or method will iterate over each element in the numbers array and pass it to the callback function. The callback function is here inside. Will return either true or false depending on whether or not the element should included in the new array. So what happening here in this case, the callback function check if the number is even by checking if the remainder of the number divided by 2 is equal to 0, and if it is, the function returns true and the number is included in a new array. So the even number array contains the even numbers. We can do the same thing using arrow function. I'll show you. I'll just take this part and get rid of all this. Now number is equal to our row. Then say this one. Let's see the output. I don't make any difference there. Right, just add one more element so that we can see the difference, and we're just getting the same result. So this is all about filter. Let's talk about reduce method in JavaScript arrays. So the reduce method is used to reduce an array into single value. So I need to get a sum of all these numbers. So I can use reduce and get the sum of all these elements. So this function takes 2 arguments. One is accumulator and the other one is current element. So the accumulator is a result of function call, and the current element is the current element being processed in the array. You can modify the same. Let's say sum numbers is to be reduce, and then let's say function is called by function takes 2 argument, accumulator and current element. This will be processed, returned accumulator plus current, and we print the sum here. So what we are doing is the reduce method will iterate each element in the numbers and apply the callback function to it. So the callback function adds the current element to the accumulator and returns the result. The first time the function is called, the accumulator will be equal to the first element in the array, right? And the current element will be the second element. So the function will get called for each element, and the accumulator will get added with the current element every time the function gets called. So until the end of this array. So the total will be, or the sum will be 21 of these. That's how reduce work. We can do the same as we did with the filter. We can do with arrow function. We just have to get rid of this one, and instead of return, say is equal to arrow function, and then so we will be getting same, just adding one more to change the result, 28. So the reduce function basically we use in more complex operations like finding maximum or minimum value in an array or concatenating a string. This is very powerful method and can help you solve many problems in JavaScript. Let's see how we do a string array. Okay, let's say I have const words is equal to array of string, right? Let's say I allow JavaScript. We just have to form a sentence on this string array. Sentence, and we print sentence here. Instead of number, we say words. Okay, I'll get rid of this and see the result. I love JavaScript. So only thing I have to do is I just need to provide a space here. The way we do it, we know it, right? Yep, that's how I use reduce with string array. Please subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so that you don't miss any video which are helping to learn coding and become a successful programmer. And I'll see you in next video.